Welcome to the Online Success Journey Podcast, your opportunity to discover and learn from entrepreneurs like yourself. This is not your typical podcast, but a place where you can get the real story and find out how real people encounter speed bumps and detours, but journey through to find success. Now here's your host for the Online Success Journey Podcast, Patience.
Welcome to Online Success Journey. This is episode 322. We have a wonderful guest for you today. So make sure to click subscribe right now and ensure you'll never miss a journey. I post 1 to 2 episodes each week and each guest has a fascinating story to tell. Joining us today is Vikrant Shaurya, best-selling author and the founder of bestsellingbook.com. He helps thought leaders, coaches, and experts write their best-selling books despite not having time and skill to write one for the purpose of building authority in their expert or generating high-value clients. Hello, Vikrant.
Hey, Precious. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really pumped up for our conversation today.
Thank you for coming. My audience are excited to hear your story, but just start by telling us one thing we are going to learn from you today that will help us on our journey to success.
Yeah, so there could be a few things which is going to help you succeed in your journey. But maybe in this episode, we can discuss about how writing a book can really take your business to the next level. I've also worked with so many clients who started their business using their book. So maybe I'll be also sharing some of their case studies, which is going to be helping so many different people who are listening to the episode.
I can't wait to hear more about that. But let's get started with the basics. Can you tell my audience a little bit about your background, about what you did before you started your own business?
So I'm in this publishing business for around 9 to 10 years now. But 10 years ago, I was in an engineering college and wasn't liking the college environment, wasn't liking all the lectures going on. And I found it very much theoretical. And that's the reason I wasn't liking that much. And I was crystal clear that I really don't want to become an engineer because I met some seniors, I also visited their offices and found that I really don't want to be into this place. And one fine day when I was in the third semester of my college, I found this book in my college library called Rich Dad Poor Dad. And the very same day, of course, it helped me, got some kind of an insight on how I should do something of my own. And at the same time, I was also getting some kind of a financial knowledge, which I never understood before that. And the very same day, I just dropped out of the college. So I dropped out. Long story short, within 3 months, I started a company, took some loans from my relatives, my seniors, my friends, started a company, made a bunch of mistakes. And within 6 months, my business was kind of a bankrupt. I had to shut down the company. And now here I was, 18-year-old, not able to pay my rent, my bills, completely in financial debt. And I was searching online how to make money online with zero investment. And then I discovered self-publishing. So this is the first time when I got introduced with self-publishing. So from then, of course, I started writing books for me. And then on the journey, I also started helping people write books with my coaching, with my consultation. This was around, 7-8 years ago. And there were so many people who started reaching out to me, asking me for help because they were not having enough time or skill set to write a book. So they were asking me help and they wanted me to do all the work. So what I did is I assembled a team of book writers, editors, publishers, marketers, designers, and created a done-for-you book writing publishing marketing company. Initially, the company's name was The Books Factory, but just because almost all the books which we were producing, it started becoming bestsellers. So we rebranded the company and made it bestsellingbook.com. Yeah, so this is the journey.
Wow, what a background. But why do you do what you do?
Every year, I believe the meaning of my work changes. It is not same. When I started, it was all because I wanted to pay my bills. It was because I wanted to really survive. I really had so much of loan, so I really had to pay all the debt. So that was my first intention. Means I started the company to make money so that I can really survive and I can pay my bills. Gradually, it started changing. And now the thing is, when we are helping our clients, we realize that we are not only helping our clients write and publish their book, we are also helping the readers who are reading their book. And that's kind of a very special for me and my team, because it actually is making some difference in the society, in this world. Because I believe that books really changes life. It has certainly changed mine. There was a time like when I was stuck, I read a book which got me clarity, and I chose another path, and that's the reason I'm here. And of course, nowadays as well, whenever I get stuck, I try to find out book by a kind of someone like who is an expert on a topic, which helps me drastically. And there are so many, like millions and millions of people out there like who really look for books for help. Because think about it, like if you have to hire top 1%, for example, Richard Branson, he has written a book called Losing His Virginity, and he's selling his book for just $10, right? So the thing is, like, you can get his experience, you can get his knowledge and wisdom, which he has learned for more than 40, 50 years in his business and in his life, in just 2 or 3 days for just $10. And that's very special. That's why books can really transform world. It can really take any person from point A to point B, right? If they are stuck on point A and they want to go to point B, books can really help you do that. And the service which we are doing, like we have realized at this point that when our clients get thank you emails from their readers, it actually makes them very happy. And when they share it with us, it makes us happy as well. So this is, for now, this is the meaning of my work. This is why I do and my team does what we do.
What have you learned from business as a whole?
So business is a vehicle which can set you free, but it can also, if you don't use that vehicle in the right way, it can also make you entangled with it. So you have to really, at every point of time, like you have to always see what kind of decisions you are making, what kind of team you are hiring, which market you are choosing, what kind of services you are creating, how exactly you are executing all the things which you want to execute. And really ask yourself, like, why exactly did you start the company? Was it just because like you wanted to work, or is it because you wanted yourself to set yourself free? If that was your goal, then the things which you are doing right now, is it going to really help you set you free after maybe 5 years or 10 years down the line? Or is it going to keep you entangling with it day by day, month by month, and year by year? So for me, like, freedom is really important. And business is a vehicle which can really help me achieve that. So of course I started with just myself, but now I have a team of around 40 people who work with me. They're amazing. They're great. And which actually, like, I'm able to create time, right? I'm able to work on only those things which I really enjoy. I'm able to do those things which I find very valuable for me. Yeah, so this is what I have learned in the business. Otherwise, there are so many different things, but this is one of the most important things for me.
As you mentioned, you help everyone to really put their foot forward and write the best-selling book. But can anyone be an author, or are some people more cut out for it than others?
So whenever we write books, so we need to understand that when we are writing books, like, we are standing, like, we are letting people know that what do we believe in, what exactly we value, and what kind of message do you have, or you simply share your story or experience or expertise. But the thing is, like, whenever you write a book, people start seeing you differently. It is all about, like, in your business as an entrepreneur, it is always about, like, how you distinguish yourself from your competition, how you establish your authority or expertise in your industry among all the different competitions in the market. And writing a book can really help you do that. Because when you say author or authority, the first few letters are actually an author. So if you become an author, somehow people see you as an authority and they want to listen to you. And once people want to listen to you, then it is going to be a great start for an entrepreneur. Like we have worked with so many different clients, like who were self-employed or who were working in any company as an employee. But when they wrote a book, it started opening so many different channels of revenue. Means they started using their book to get speaking gigs. They were able to create a video course as well in the backend. They were able to also create their coaching program or consultation program. Some of them were able to sell a done for you services in the backend. But the thing is, like all of these people, like whenever they write books, they see a drastic different. But the thing is, like it is not only you just simply write the book. It is also about how you write the book to make a difference in the world. That's really important.
If you could rerun the first year of your business, what would you definitely not do?
Yeah, so in the first year, like what I did, so the number one mistake was the moment when I started the company. See, like this was when I was 18 and I was completely newbie. So I thought that to run a business, you need a bunch of employees, you need a very big team in order to be successful. And I was wrong. Like the thing is, one of the first mistakes which I made is the moment when I launched the company, the first week itself, I hired around 7 new employees. But the real problem was, I was still not sure exactly what would be my service. I had just the basic idea. I didn't do the proper market research. I wasn't actually understanding what are their pain points, what are my customers' pain points and their struggles and their what kind of desires they're looking for, which actually made me a failure. And within just 6 months, I had to shut down the company because I completely ran out of money, because I was paying salaries of my employees, and I didn't spend too much time on the market research, which I should have done. So these were the 2 mistakes. And if I'll be rerunning the first year of my business, this is what I'll be doing. The first day is going to be just spending some time to really understand my customers, exactly what do they want, and then create a solution or offer accordingly. And then start very, very small, or maybe start just with myself.
What is one thing that has contributed to your success?
I believe one of the biggest thing which helped me succeed in my business or in my life was being persistent. See, the thing is, like, we need to understand that if you don't quit, then you can't fail. Whenever we start a company or whenever we start a business, we see it as a just one shot thing. Means, hey, like, okay, so I got this business idea or this book idea or whatever it is. And when we start executing that, and then we somehow like it becomes failure, then we think that it is the end of the world. Then we completely shut down that thing, and then we look for some other things. Maybe we again go back to a job or go back to the thing which we were doing. But the thing is, like, if you will not quit, then you can't fail. You just can't fail. The thing is, like, you have to really find out ways or solutions of the problems of the customers. If you really do that, and you have to like see, like Edison, maybe you know about his story, right? He was really trying to find out how the bulb works, and he failed for 1,000 times, more than 1,000 times, I guess. And then he discovered that how exactly it works, right? But that was a journey. He never saw it as a failure, like all the 1,000 times when he failed. He saw it as a learning. He actually, when someone asked, like, what was your reaction or how did you react when you find that, like, oh, so every time you're trying it, like, it is failing. He expressed that he didn't fail into that. He actually learned those 1,000 times where bulb doesn't work. So basically, he saw those failures as a learning, and that was the one of the things for me as well. So being persistent, and even if you fail, like, learn from that and keep going on, and no one can stop you to be successful in whichever platform or whichever thing you're doing.
What grounds you?
My wife. So actually, I'm with my wife since childhood. I saw her the first time when I was 14, and we used to be in the same classroom in school. And so, yeah, like it was a really good journey. Initially, we were friends, and then we grew up, then we fell in love, and then we convinced her parents, and then we got married. This is the third year of our marriage, and of course, I feel very special that she's with me. And or whenever she sees that like success or money is going into my head, she always remind me that where you come from, and then in a positive way, not in a criticizing way. They like to be humble and to really be grounded and to really don't overthink about being successful or failure. Like there's so many different things. Like I really like talking to her. Like we deep down we are still friends, right? So that's the reason. She's the one like who makes me grounded.
Wow. Thank you for sharing. In your businesses, do you have a mentor or a coach?
Currently, I don't have an active mentor, but in my 8 to 9 years of business, there were so many different mentors, like which I have hired. I guess more than dozens of mentors, like who I worked with them for maybe 6 months, 1 year. I won't say that currently I don't have any mentor yet. I have actually virtual mentors. Those people I can't hire. People like Bill Gates, people like Steve Jobs. Of course, he's not with us anymore, but still, when we are now living in an information age, we can read their books, we can go through their videos or listen to their podcast. And if you see them as a mentor, they will become your mentor. You will start learning from them, right? Even if they don't know about you, even if they don't know your name, that's the beauty of this information age.
What is the most valuable thing your virtual mentors has told you?
One of the things which I've learned from one of my virtual mentor is when you are broke or when you are just starting out in your business, then and when people complain that, hey, like we really don't have like we really are not able to get clients or we are not able to get customers, that mentor shared with me the rule of 100. Now, what is the rule of 100? If you will, like every day, either you invest $100 in your marketing, right, to generate leads or generate clients, or if you don't have the budget that much, like $3,000 per month or $100 per day, then either you spend $100 per day or you reach out or you do the outreach to 100 people every day. You can find their email address, you can find their LinkedIn profile, you can reach out to them every day, 100 message on the daily basis with a consistent, like maybe 3 months, 6 months, and nothing can stop you. You will find a way to get clients. You will find a way to succeed, right? So there is no excuse. So even if you are starting out, even if you are just completely newbie, and if you don't have a really big clientele or don't have a kind of a good cash flow coming in, there's still no excuse. Like if you just follow this rule of 100, either you spend $100 per day and really keep on learning, right? In the process. For example, you have maybe sent 100 messages or 100 outreach per day for maybe 15 days, and you find that this isn't working. Again, think about Edison, right? See exactly like if you are failing, it is not like that. Don't see it as a failure. See that these are the things which is not working for you. Now you have to find out other ways which is going to be working for you, right? There are so many different YouTube videos. There are so many different podcasts. There are so many different books out there on this topic on how to do the outreach, how to send cold emails, or how to send message on LinkedIn, how to make connections, how to get on podcast, and how exactly to get clients. So start learning all of those different things and always remember the rule of 100 if you're especially starting out, and nothing will stop you to be successful in your business.
Tell us, how could someone write a book even if they don't have time or skill?
That's an interesting question with a very interesting answer. So first of all, those people like who are listening to this, they need to ask themselves what is more valuable to them. And of course, for all the different people, the answers are going to be different. So for example, if for those people, time is way more valuable than money, then they should definitely hire a professional companies or agency like who can really take their book idea and do all the work for them. So we, like companies like bestsellingbook.com, which I own. So we have a team of angel writers who are a hybrid ghostwriter, you can say, who actually take your interview, exactly understand your book ideas, your expertise, your vision, your thought process, and then write the book for you in your voice with your personality. That's the expertise. And we don't only write the book, we also do the editing, formatting, book cover designing, ISBN number, publishing the book, distribution of the book, marketing, sales, reviews, 100% number one bestseller guaranteed, right? All of these things which we do, it is a kind of a done for you services for them. If they really value their time more than money, they should don't think about it. They can simply hire a professional publishing company. If they can really afford, or if they really have the time, they should really go with that option. Now, there are going to be other people, other type of people like who are not into that situation to afford a publishing company. So what they can do. So, so the thing which we need to understand is we are living in a 21st century. But the problem is like all the industries are changing, right? The communication industries has completely changed. The transportation industry has completely changed. Even the book publishing industry has changed. Initially, it was traditional publishing. Now it is more like a self-publishing. But one thing which hasn't changed in the book publishing thing is the way people write books. In 19th century as well, or before that as well, like people used to write books, sit down and write the books. Still, people are doing the same thing. Initially, people maybe were writing books on with pen and paper, or maybe on stone. Now people are opening MS Word or Google Doc, and then still they're sitting down and writing the book. But things have completely changed, right? So now you can, instead of writing book, what you can do is once you create your book outline, instead of writing books, you can just record, you can just start talking those book ideas, because most of these people like which I've met, they are very much good at speaking their ideas more than writing their ideas. So what they can do is they can simply start talking about those different chapters and different sub-chapters, and they can record everything, and they can simply upload their entire voiceover into some kind of a transcriber tool like rev.com or happyscribe.co, or they can hire a transcriber like who can simply transcribe everything. The thing is, like, you will be having the first draft ready, right? Once you have the first draft ready, it's going to be completely junk, but at least you will have your first draft ready. And now you can simply arrange all the different ideas and sub ideas and then complete your book. The thing is, like, when writing a book, you don't have to do a lot of time in just creating your book. People make mistake in the business as well. Like in business, in working in a business and also writing a book is kind of a similar, right? When we are in business, like we create business plan. When we are writing book, we create book outline, right? So when we are, most of the people, like whenever they are working on a business, they take too much time in creating and perfecting their products or services, which is like a mirage. Like you would never know that what exactly your client needs. And same thing is going to happen over here as well. People spend too much time and just keep on writing and writing and writing. It is endless writing. I've also met so many people like who are writing books for 30 years, 40 years, and they're still not done. Don't wait. Like, don't spend too much time in writing and publishing books. Just use some of these new technology tools which is available in the market. Currently, there's also so many artificial intelligence software which are like a 21st century ghostwriters, like who you can just simply provide them the command and they can start writing the entire book for you. I used one of these artificial intelligence software and was able to write my own book. Like this was just three weeks ago. I was able to write my own book in just 5 days. 5 days, total 10 hours. And one of the best part is I documented the entire process, right? I recorded each and everything. So there are going to be 10 hours of thing, which like a proof that how exactly I was able to create the entire book, the first draft of my book, in just 10 hours, right? And if people are going to go to bestsellingbook.com/challenge, it's kind of a 5 days book writing challenge. If they can go over there, then they will exactly understand, will be able to see what kind of a tool I used, how did I use it, what kind of a command you can provide to able to write the book very, very quickly.
And how can we connect with you?
Yeah, sure. So for connecting with me, people can simply visit bestsellingbook.com. There are plenty of testimonials and case studies on the website on how people are leveraging our services to turn their ideas into best-selling book in just 6 months. In case if your listeners will find it valuable, they can simply schedule a call with us and we can really help you take your book idea and turn it into a best-selling book. And for your audience, I have a gift. I have a special gift.
Oh, thank you.
So they can simply go to bestsellingbook.com/checklist. Over there, they can find a checklist which I use for my own clients to turning their book idea into best-selling book, which includes all the steps and sub-steps which are including in the publishing journey. And this checklist also comes with a blueprint which explains how to use the checklist. So people can simply go over there in bestsellingbook.com/checklist. They can download this checklist, print it out and paste it on their wall in front of where they are actually writing the book, which is going to make their entire publishing journey extremely easy.
Thank you. There will be more from Vikrant in a moment. If you are listening to this on a podcasting platform and you are encouraged by Vikrant's journey, please go to our website at onlinesuccessjourney.com. The site has tons of audio clips from hundreds of successful entrepreneurs' guests' journeys, all there to help you find a path to your own online success journey. The site offers exclusive members-only content and you can join absolutely free and be part of this amazing online success community today. Check it out. That's onlinesuccessjourney.com. Now, Vikrant, I would love for you to share more with my audience if you're up for it.
Yeah, sure. I'm up for it.
Thank you. Do you like to watch movies or read books?
I like to listen to audiobooks.
Tell us, what is your favorite book that has some relevance to being an entrepreneur?
Okay, so there are so many different books which I liked, and I think instead of giving you one book example, I think I should give you at least 3. So the first would be one of the things which I've seen, that whenever people start business or whenever they start working on it, they get distracted by thousands of different things, right? So they should definitely, before they start working on their business, they should definitely read this book called The One Thing, which is by Gary Keller. It's a really amazing book which is going to help you prioritize and work on only those 20% of tasks, which is going to generate 80% of the results for you. The second book which I would recommend, which is also really, really amazing book for entrepreneurs, is called The One-Page Marketing Plan. This is going to actually help you create your marketing plan in just one page. The author of this book is Ellen Dibb, and actually 2 years ago, he was also my mentor. I hired him for 6 months and it completely changed my business. The third book which I would recommend is $100 Million Offer by Alex Hormozi. It actually shows you how to package your products or services in such a way so that people will feel stupid saying no to your offer. And so these are the 3 books which I would recommend, but I should also recommend my own book, How to Write a Bestseller by Vikrant Shaurya, in which I have provided all the steps and sub-steps which you have to take, like from the how to exactly find your book idea, how to find your target audience, how to create your book outline, how to create a unique hook of your book, how exactly to beat procrastination and writer's block to write your book very, very quickly, and then how to edit the book, publish the book, market the book, make it a bestseller. All of these different things and are there in the book.
If your business was down to its last $100, how would you invest it?
$100. Okay. I'll never spend that $100 until and unless make $10,000 at least without investing any money in my business. So if I'll have just $100 left, I'll just keep it for my security, like until, because maybe like I need to pay my bills or rent or different thing. So I'll not be investing that $100. I'll not touch it. Again, leverage that rule of 100. I'll just reach out to 100 people manually every day maybe on LinkedIn or emails or Twitter or Instagram, and try to find out some clients. At least I'll be making $10,000. And this is where I'll start.
If you're going to keep a note to yourself in your pocket every day, what would be written on it?
I would say master your time, master your life. Because time is the most important asset, or you would say, I would say that thing which you will never get back. You can lose money, but you can make money again. You can lose your house, you can get it back. You can lose your marriage, but you can get it back maybe. But if you will lose your time, you are never, ever going to get it back. So that's why, like, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are working in any company or you are doing anything which you are doing, always make sure to safeguard your time.
Do you feel like you succeeded or like you are only on the way?
People who are around me, they feel that I'm succeeded. I would say I feel gratitude about that, but I still believe that I'm on my way. There are so many things which I have to achieve.
Will you ever stop?
I don't think so.
Remind us how we can connect with you.
Yeah, sure. So people can simply go to bestsellingbook.com, or if they want to connect with me personally, I am active on LinkedIn. So they can simply find me on LinkedIn by searching Vikrant Shaurya. And please send me a connection request and I would love to chat with you.
Vikrant, it's been great to have you here to share your online success journey with us.
Thank you so much, Precious. It was actually one of the most precious podcasts for me. So thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome. Remember, success is a journey. Don't wait. Let's start the journey. Patience and Vikrant.
This is not the end of the journey. We hope you've enjoyed listening to Patience and her guest and want you to know there are hundreds of episodes available at onlinesuccessjourney.com. Patience would like to thank you for listening to the podcast, and she has a free gift for you on her website, including an audio compilation of her guests' best tips, uplifting stories, and even a bit of fun. Additionally, there are special clips of over 250 episodes that have never aired on the podcast, and they're only available to members of the Online Success Journey. Check the website and click on Join Now to get free and instant access. Of course, you know that listening to the journeys of others helps each of us chart our own path. So make sure you're subscribed on your favorite platform to be notified as each new interview is posted. There are so many ways to stay connected to the Online Success Journey and listen in. And if you're enjoying the podcast, we appreciate your help in telling others. One of the best ways to share the benefit you get is to rate and review the podcast at iTunes and other sites. We appreciate your help and your willingness to share your journey. One last thing. If you're feeling a bit lost or overwhelmed on your own journey, Patience can help. Check out her course on clarity while you're at the website. Finding clarity is a great way to get back on the right path. On behalf of Patience, and until next time, thanks once more for listening. It is our hope that this podcast will guide you on your own online success journey.